Good evening. It's Friday morning. It's Good Friday. And this is a message from St. Francis. He realized as a young man, his father was in the textile business, selling cloth, and his girlfriend, Claire, who started the nunnery of Poor Clare, it was named after her, was also in the textile business. He had to go to war down in southern Italy. The Romans, whatever, they were fighting, wars, those terrible things we keep doing, never learn. And he was there for 2 days and then walked back. He went down there with 7 brothers and then walked back after 1 day of being there. He couldn't kill. The words are simple. Thou shalt not kill. Thou shalt not judge. Love thy neighbor as you love thyself. He was a family man, a village of Assisi on top of this hill. And he believed in one thing, the teachings of Jesus. So he came back, and there was a church that had fallen down on the ground, and he was told in this dream to go back and rebuild the church. So he started rebuilding the church, and 6 of his other brothers, who were also in the war, went AWOL and walked back and met him. And Claire, his girlfriend, came down and helped him rebuild the church, 1 rock at a time. They built that church, a little teeny church, because of one thing. The teachings of Jesus, the love, the joy, the passion that he brought together for the whole world to believe in. And now we judge the Muslims as being the terrorists, and that's the farthest thing from it. The terrorists is Zionism. It's the bankingism. It's the word they don't want you to say. They're so afraid they're exposed. It's okay. It's okay. You already own everything. We don't want to crucify you. I know you're afraid of dying, but you'll kill everybody else off. But we aren't interested in killing you. What we're interested in is one fucking thing. Let go of your power and embrace the teachings of Jesus. Shame on you. How can you say you love Jesus and you allow the crucifixion of innocent people? Of babies, of mothers, of fathers, of uncles, of grandmothers, of grandfathers. I'm speaking of the Palestinian people. You know that place, Palestine? In Nazareth? Where Jesus was from? Then what the hell are you doing? This is a wake-up call. You have a chance. It's Good Friday. Let go of your politics. Let go of that right-left brain mentality. And embrace Jesus. Thou shalt not kill. Thou shalt not judge. Love thy neighbor as you love thyself. And when we do, this Sunday will be the day that Jesus rises from the grave. And he'll speak the words, thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not judge. Are you done? Can you let go of that old world? Can you embrace my teachings of how many 2,000 years ago? Sure you can. Because nobody in their right mind that's not thinking of an ego or money, that just wants to live, is saying, hey, you little parasitic disease in the brain, the greed machine, sit down, shut the fuck up. BlackRock, you own everything. You've got so much wealth you could never spend it. And what is it? It's a piece of paper. It's a psychopathy. It's destroying the world. You already own everything. So how about we make a compromise? What's the compromise? It's real simple. Thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not judge. Love thy neighbor as you love thyself. Let's have peace on earth. Okay? It's really fucking simple. Plus, there's a bigger economy. You can grow the economy 10 times more. No problem. There's Reboot 3.0. Who am I? My name is Francis, Francis. And my mother kept telling me to say that and spell it that way when I changed my name. How she knew I changed my name and how she knew I was who I was and I didn't know who I was, because she's my mother. Franny Joe. She's here with Nana and Mildred, all of them, my dad, everyone. I was the special one. I've died twice. But I keep coming back. Why? Because I knew that I had to go through the trials and tribulations. I had to go walk the step. I had to walk the road. I had to walk the talk. But it wasn't just talk. It was me coming back again. I read the memoirs of St. Francis when I was taking a Buddhism class at the University of Washington. I took 400 level class. When I met my counselor, he said, take any 400 level class you want. Go do what you wanted to do. He asked me what I wanted to do. I said I wanted to figure out why the world was so fucked up. And I read the teachings of St. Francis. And it blew my mind. Why? Because I'd been there. I could see the village, but I'd never been there. I'd been to the Vatican in 1971. I'd been, through the Sistine Chapel, and there was nobody there when I was there. I was in the Sistine Chapel by myself for 24 minutes. Why I know that is because the priest walked in. He said, how long you been here? And I said, about 25 minutes, 24 minutes. Actually, it was 24 minutes. Because I remember walking in there, it was like whatever time it was top of the hour. And he said, how do you like it? And I looked up into the ceiling and I said, look at these paintings here, these circular things, they're worlds. And I said, I was just looking into these worlds and going back in time. And we sat there and talked about this stuff for over a half hour because I was seeing the vision. I was seeing the light. I was seeing this, we're reincarnated. I could see past, present, and future. Okay? And when I go into those places, I can hear time. I see it. I feel it. I love it. I embrace it. I learn from it. Just like most people do one thing. They just want to live. That's all they want to do. They just want to live. They don't want to worry about money. They just want to be able to be free. Be free. Most people just want to live. They just want to garden. They just want to work in their house. They just want to be with family. But they're stuck to this machine, this banking empire, this federalist society, and this and the IRS and the taxation without representation and all of the bullshit they slaved you in. So my name is Gregory Lee Francis Agnetti de Bruler. My mother kept telling me, spell it with an I. Even before she died, she's told me that. Because she always knew who I was. I've been dead twice. My brother threw me off a cliff one time, and I didn't know I had a skull fracture, but my mom said that you're lucky there was a brain surgeon there. My brother was jealous of me. Why? Because he was a young kid. I was blind in one eye. I had a cataract. I was handicapped. I was useless. I was what we'd call garbage. He's imperfect. The Goyams would say, throw him out. Discard him. Try another one. I mean, look what they do with little kids. Look what they're doing to the Palestinians. These people have more heart and soul than anybody I've ever seen. When I started getting into this thing and I started really looking into the Palestinian people and who they were, and then I met this friend named Hind, who's from Nazareth, and she has 150 family members, and she's this most cosmic person I'd ever met. I mean, it's like every time I go on a journey, I'm given a gift. And now I've got George Galloway, Judge Napolitano, and now my favorite person, Professor Marandi from Iran, coming on the show, on Galloway's show. And why is this important? It's Good Friday. And why is it important? Because on Sunday, Jesus rise from the dead. So do yourself a favor. Trust in me. My name is Gregory Lee Francis Agnetti de Bruler. French and Belgique in Italian, and it means the hot yeller. And I've always been a servant my entire life. I don't even work. I produce the conscious hour because it's the conscious hour. I've never received a money from anybody. Anybody. Nobody's donated. I've asked, but nobody's donated. Because it's not about the money. It's about the journey. It's about creating heaven on earth. So you want to embrace heaven on earth? Let go of your politics. You don't trust politicians. Let go. Let go. Let go. And let's embrace a new future. Donald Trump, you're a relic. Goodbye. J.D. Vance, you got a chance to change the world. You need me as a conductor. I can bring the world together. Make me the president. I'll bring the world together. I'll bring the world together in less than 90 days because you got to organize the meeting. And then I'll walk in there and say, hey, you all want to work like one big happy family together? Kind of like the Chinese been doing for a long time. You know, Belt Road Initiative. Let's put our belt together and make heaven on earth. That's my wish for the world. That's my wish for Sunday. What's yours? If you like mine, speak out. All right, somebody out there with millions and millions of dollars, donate to the 501c3, the Conscious Hour. I guarantee you, I don't give a shit about your money, but I know what money does. It can turn on the light bulbs. It can turn on the neural network of communication around the world, and we can solve this problem real fast. And then you, the business leaders, the guys that run everything, you know, the megalomaniac, oh, we've got more money. Hey, you'll have 10 times more money, 100 times more money. And eventually you won't worry about money. But that's a whole other story. I don't want to go down that tube. But you know, you'll get really wealthy. Why? Because the world is not fighting. Because there's commerce everywhere. And you already own all the goods and services. So sit down, shut the fuck up, get on the bus, and let's go for a ride to heaven on earth. Love thy neighbor as you love thyself. Judge not thy fellow man, and thou shalt not kill. I love you. My name is Gregory Lee Francis Agnetti de Bruler, and I'm here to serve. This is the Conscious Hour. It's your Conscious Hour. It's our Conscious Hour to come together. Please donate to the 501c3. You can donate by going to the internet at theconscioushour.net, or you can go to Facebook and you can donate there. Let's rock and roll. Let's bring peace and heaven on earth. And let's have the best Sunday that we could ever imagine, and then beyond your imagination. So be it, so be it, so be it.